Hey church family, my name's Alan and I'm here to continue our series on what is church, and more specifically, what is a missionary. I know when I was growing up, we would often have missionaries back to our home after church on a Sunday, and I sort of developed this image of a missionary being probably slightly odd, people who went off to deepest, darkest Africa to serve the Lord. That was my impression of a missionary when I was young. But what is a missionary, and what does the Bible have to say about it? Just looking at Mark chapter 5 here, and it's the story of when Jesus heals a demon-possessed man. In verse 3 it says this man lived among the burial caves and could no longer be restrained, even with a chain. Whenever he was put into chains and shackles, as he often was, he snapped the chains with his wrists and smashed the shackles. No one was strong enough to subdue him. And of course we know that Jesus drove those demons out from him. And after this, in verse 15, a crowd gathered around Jesus. And they saw the man who had been possessed by the legion of demons. He was sitting there fully clothed and perfectly sane, and they were all afraid. And then down to verse 18, it says this: as Jesus was getting into the boat, the man who had been demon-possessed begged to go with him. But Jesus said, "No, go home to your family and tell them everything the Lord has done for you and how merciful he has been." He wanted to follow Jesus, which would have been a wonderful thing, but Jesus said, "No, I want you to go back to your home." Home was his mission. He was a missionary. So too we find a similar thing in the story of the woman and the well. And she went back to her village after her conversations with Jesus. And it says this in John 4, verse 39. Many Samaritans from the village believed in Jesus because the woman had said, "He told me everything I did." Her village was her mission field. She was a missionary. And what about us? In our workplace, in our home, in our school, in maybe our retirement village, God has put us there as missionaries, and that is our mission field. And more than that, God wants us to represent him in those places in a way that's honouring to him. By way of example, supposing you're in a car park in a supermarket or something, and you back your car out and you accidentally knock the car behind you. You could have got away with it, there's nobody watching, but instead you write a note with your name and address and you put it there. That's mission. That's representing Jesus in everything you do. And it's the same in your workplace, your home, your school. We're there to represent Jesus in that way as well. So that's us. We are missionaries, and wherever God has placed us. I hope that's an encouragement to you today. See you later.